definitely expect to see probably a Nami ban and probably not a June ban. Actually, no, Ash doesn't play her main right.
There's always another way.
Oh, nope, there's a Nami ban. Never mind then.
For them, I actually kind of expect it to be pretty relaxed on just the picks and bans because they're all going to try and get something that they're pretty familiar with in terms of having a good performance. So they're not going to want to deny, they're not going to want to tempt the other team in denying them something. So it'll probably just be some generic strict of meta bans. Nami's pretty good. She flexes with a lot of other ADCs right now, especially with Lucian. The Aatrox ban is just a smart ban because of the health scaling that
Neon
he has.
plays that guy a lot.
Yeah. Aatrox is
And
just a
he's
pick and
really
all
strong.
good ban.
They might ban Ezreal as well on team 2.
Yep. Interesting that
Team
like
1 couldn't ban Jhin.
I'm wondering if we'll see the trade for like the Zeri Sivir thing. Of course, Zeri's I'm not sure if the actual nerfs have hit for Zeri yet. I don't think they're due to hit until next patch.
No, I think they're out.
Are they? Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
then
yeah,
the Zeri.
Zeri nerfs are out.
Yeah. The Zeri.
Jax name is,
Keep casting.
Sorta casting. This is I think.
Alright, yeah. Jhin ban, Sivir ban.
Can I co-cast?
Have you ever color casted before?
We're all the co-casters.
I've never done it
This
before.
is
but I would
this
like
is
to
this
try.
is like a I don't know even what this is, but this is like some kind of
They're letting Adrian get his pick too,
like
unless
some
they
kind of penta cast.
Well, no, it's because Neon told him not to ban anyone from the top lane.
Ah, okay. I mean that's fair.
He doesn't see a matchup really that he doesn't know how to play into, and he gets counter pick, so it's already okay with him.
The Shen thing I think is kind of interesting because over the last couple of patches, especially this year, it's felt like with the nerfs to teleport, you don't see a lot of the side laners that you think you would see like between Gangplank and Shen. You would think that the actual ability to play for that would be huge, but we haven't seen a lot of it. So I think it's kind of cool that you see Shen every now and then, or sometimes Gangplank, because, you know, it's like, yeah, I can't teleport early, but I can't affect the team fight once I get level 6. So there's safety in whoever has that global.
Yeah, I agree.
Lulu, we might be seeing that Lulu breach. Alright, yeah, that's real. And then
Maybe the Karma. Yep. I'm not sure how I feel about the Karma into the Lulu thing. I think given the whole pacing of the game later, Lulu is definitely favored, but Karma definitely falls off.
yeah, it's whatever. I'd prefer if they did a bot lane where they were trying to win harder.
Yeah.
And considering the enemy top lane is going to be trying to win hard.
Yeah. So the Aphelios lock-in too kind of signals that they're going to play for late, so it's less priority in the lanes and more we're going to late game scale. So I would expect to see Red Side kind of give up some of the early objectives, you know, give over first Herald, give over first drag. Yeah, it's gold that you're not necessarily going to want to give over, but it's better to do that than just take a bad fight somewhere and end up losing elsewhere across the map, especially because, you know, Aphelios late game is going to be worth a lot, and it's going to be the point where Ezreal poke's not going to matter because Aphelios is just going to delete everybody. So
Oof, Saucy's been banned out.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's
They
been
don't want to
banned
see
out
the
of
Lee Sin.
game.
I would have let the Lee Sin.
Yeah, I would have let the Lee Sin
Like,
go. I'm not gonna
I'd
lie.
rather go against Lee Sin than a meta jungler.
I mean, it takes a lot of like skill to play on Lee Sin, and that's like there's room for error. There's so much room for error.
Irvin, too.
so
Maybe
available.
they're trying to. I think they want him to go Nidalee. Is what they're
Yeah, they want to go in Italy.
Well, there's also the other available junglers too. You still have, I mean, if you're looking for strength of meta, you still have Poppy. You still have access. You still have access to Trundle, which is good. And given the fact that they're going to be trying building armor on that Volibear because he's going to be the front line, presumptively that is the jungler there. I don't expect the Volibear to go top lane, so the Trundle's going to have a lot of value no matter what. Like if he can shred a tank, he's going to be able to shred Aphelios, Lulu, and obviously Trundle Pillar's huge. They're really kind of squishy right now, so Volibear is going to have to do a lot of work. So something like Poppy. I don't think necessarily would be good here because there's no dashes, so Steadfast Presence not going to get a lot, but you can have Trundle with the Pillar is going to be pretty good. Rammus is actually not bad. Well, Jarvan's banned, so.
Oh, he's banned. Oh, yeah, true, actually.
Interested to see what else they might pick. It's just going to be ease of execution, too. They need a little bit more damage on the blue side comp. Ezreal's not going to get a lot. Swain going to go in the mid lane. That gives them Drain Tank, but they still need more damage. They want to pick there. They need a damaging jungler. Viego is still an option.
Viego's banned.
Oh yeah, Viego's banned, so Viego's actually not an option. I'm trying to think what else
I
they
think
could
he's
pick.
probably going to try to do Nidalee or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe Eve.
That's what he likes.
Wukong. Oh, I completely forgot about Wukong. Yeah.
That's not bad.
He
That
just
gives
called
them-
Wukong bad.
Yeah,
No,
that
I
gives
said he's not bad.
yeah,
No,
Wukong,
he said Wukong was bad earlier.
Oh.
No, I said I forgot Wukong was up. I said Wukong not bad.
I'm in the Saucy said it. He was like he doesn't like Wukong. Well, we're gonna see how this goes. Honestly, oh, Kayn versus Wukong. I like it.
That's interesting. I don't. It's interesting that they went Kayn without the Yumi. That's normally where we see both, because otherwise Kayn, I mean, he does still have really good sustain, especially in the later. Like, he's incredibly difficult to fall down, but it kind of feels like you need the Yumi for that. So
I feel like Kayn here is a bit of an ego pick.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I feel like he's picking it because he thinks he could probably carry with it or something.
So comp-wise, this definitely team fighting comp there from the side of the red side team. I mean, you have Volley Kayn. There's a lot of pick, a lot of good team fighting. Lux is going to give you zone coverage, especially with light binding. So, I mean, then also having the ult on basically a 30-second cooldown is going to be huge. So that means you're just going to be picking somebody every 30 seconds if they're not actively positioning well. And obviously, Aphelios Lulu gives you your late game scaling, so that gives you late game coverage. The difficulty for them is going to be contesting for early objectives because Kayn needs a form. I expect them to go blue Kayn on this one, given what the blue side comp is going to play. The nice thing about what blue comp has done is that they have scaling into late game with Ezreal, Swain, not as good as Aphelios, but they have a lot of early game coverage, and their team fighting is fantastic. You know, Karma, Mantra R is going to be worth a lot. Mantra E to get them in and out. Wukong gives them a lot of engage. Shen follow up, so it's going to be really difficult for red side to pick onto any specific target. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to the Rift for the first tryout game. Sam Houston State Esports 2022 fall season. I'm just going to change the sound a little bit. We're going to knock this down just a little bit. Alrighty. Yep. So just to hover here, the 5-man point, I think by both teams, pretty smart. They don't want to overinvest in anything. It's just going to step up. He's going to land 1 Q. Hey, there we go. Already a little bit of gold for Ezreal. First strike. He's got 6 gold.
That tier, baby.
The tier. He's going to be happy with that. It's interesting to see the tier start. Just because normally you don't see it a lot, as YIKERS may be caught here. He's going to slow him down a little bit. Neon is here. They're just going to chase him out. He's going to sidestep the Volley E and then walk on out of here. Interesting start on the Volley E. You normally would see Volleys take W just to get the electric passive, so interesting that they haven't done that. So that means that his trading in lane's not going to be so good. Yes, he'll have shields, but not going to have any kind of push prio in that top lane. Interesting thing for me, looking at the red side comp, is if they can get this Aphelios ahead early, it's a super big boon for them. But the ways in which they do that aren't great because the Lux is not playing as a support here, so that means that they're not necessarily going to have any reliable CC. So if Kayn tries to gank early in that bot lane, it's pretty difficult to look for that actual CC angle, which signals to me that he's probably going to try and play towards this top side. Just because the Shen is the melee champion, that helps gets his stacks faster in order to get
He's spotted top side though. They have a ward on the buff.
In my opinion, that's the most important thing you give up a lot of times is vision, or at least the most important thing you can have is vision, because it gives you information in terms of what the enemy jungler's doing. You see a lot of professional play where when they're able to keep tabs on the jungler, you can see invades happen, you know, you lose camps, or you see junglers lose camps because they're not able to contest it. Sometimes, very rarely, the mid laner actually responds and, you know, they can shut that jungler down from stealing anything, but it's rare. So, but it should just be the full commit here on the clear. Notice that Hanebado left the Krugs up, so he's actually not going to be super accelerated towards that level 4, which makes sense just because the Krugs are a pain for Kayn to clear in the early. So he kind of likes to just do the red Raptors and then go down and do a full bot side clear and look for Scuttle. The other thing he's doing too is he's avoiding taking any early trades with Wukong just because Wu has the better trading pattern. So that's, I think, a good kind of understanding of how the matchup's going to play out. And the other thing too is that by doing the red and Raptor start is the time to get the Scuttle is a little bit accelerated because those camps are easier to focus down for Kayn. So it's just an understanding, I think, of how the matchup is supposed to work and knowing where he can get in trouble. So smart decision making there from Hanebado.
Oh, they already burned Aphelios pot too.
Yep. That's the problem. You do that call start, you only get the 1 pot, so your lane sustain is pretty rough. The Lulu, yeah, the Lulu shields are kind of nice. It helps with that a little bit, so you can mitigate some damage, but it's not like, you know, it's nothing like having a Seraphine in lane or anything like that when she hits W and suddenly you get a bunch of your health back. Something else that I think is interesting too, especially with Project DNK, because he's playing this Lulu, is how aggressive they choose to play the lane to try and get the most out of the support item, just because that's really the only way to get it. Is Hanebado's going to be here. That's going to be the one little bit of CC we were talking about, and it's going to be the exhaust coming down. Double flash committed. Melancholy not going to be able to get out right now, and Ranch is just going to get focused down. Has to blow the flash and the heal. Manages to get underneath turret, but that's a lot of summoners burned. And that should just be a regank here coming out soon from Hanebado.
They could have got a kill if they focused a little bit better there. The Kayn W missed, and then they were focusing Ezreal rather than Karma.
Yeah, this is going to feel a little bad having committed the time for that, but the good news is they do have all those bot lane summoners, so that means that it should just be a repeat gank, which is going to force Ranch and Melancholy to pay underneath the turret. Good investment. Hanebado also, just as a point of notice, took the ghost, so that means that like when you see these lanes that they don't have the summoners, it means they're going to have a really difficult time getting away from it. If he does land that W slow, he can't get over the wall. So for the next couple of minutes, that's going to be something that the blue side team is going to have to worry about. Saucy has just the most minor of CS and gold leads right now. I mean, there's absolutely nothing to write home about, but it does mean that he has tempo. So that should just be the opportunity for him to maybe look for a gank once he kind of takes his second back. Maybe if he wants to possibly start up Drake. Would be pretty aggressive considering that the bot lane is backing now. But I think timing-wise, they should have it, because the blue side bot lane will be back out on the map faster, so that gives them an opportunity to take drag, so long as they just don't get too low trying to take it. Neon waiting in this bush. Not sure he wants to go for anything right now.
To ambush him, I think, if he oversteps.
Yeah, Kayn is waiting. I think he's playing the long con. He's still passively absorbing the experience right there, so he is going to land the E. TxAye does have access to the flash, does still have access to the dash.
He didn't block the stun. That's going to hurt.
Yep. I'm actually not sure on the interaction from his screen if you can actually see the volley E whenever it goes down. If it's started from brush, I think there's actually no animation that's visible.
It's like halfway, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's only when it's about to hit.
Before.
Yeah. So might not have had the hands to land Spirit Refuge before it went down. Didn't have to burn the flash though, so it's some damage, but it's nothing that's going to cause him any kind of harm right now. He still had dash too, so he was safe. The biggest thing right now is that CS difference in the top lane though. Volley just being able to bully Shen, so it's a lot of gold right now. It's about a 400 gold lead for Neon, so. Pretty good if you're the Volibear. It's going to feel nice.
Honestly, I'm surprised Kayn didn't do the no flash. You just take Ignite and you use it for form. You just run mid or something.
Yeah, I think
fairly easily.
I think the difficulty there is just no melee, so it feels rough. I'm surprised that they haven't played more topside for that. That's generally the focus with Kayn's is when you have that double melee top lane, it feels pretty good to gank it, get your form a little bit faster. Shen, though, I think not the most gankable of champions just because he has Spirit Refuge and dash gives him a lot of safety. So it can be difficult to get on top of him. But once Hanebado reaches 6, I expect to see him be quite a bit more aggressive. Neon's going to land the E and walk out, but he's shielding, so isn't really under threat from either of those members. Also, Volley, I think, would just straight up win that 1v2 trade with the crash down on his ulti and just the amount of health that he gets and the damage that it gives.
With that AP build that he's going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of the thought of the same thing that you have with kind of the Mordekaiser build. Like the AP is just super good on the passive burn, so just fully expect that to be the. Well, it's not gonna be Riftmaker. I'm not sure what he wants to build with that.
I think he's going Riftmaker. And he'll probably go Lichbane, or not Lichbane, Nashor's too.
Nashor's, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it is just gonna be the Riftmaker there. It's pretty good. On Volley, you don't see the AP build a lot because like Chemtech is just still overpowered. It's an incredible item, but it is nice to see that build every now and then, and it shows like awareness of what Shen's gonna have. He's gonna turn the turret off, gonna try and get on there. TxAye still has flash, going to get into the tri-bush, and now they should just be Volley walking back underneath the turret. TxAye gonna lose some of the minions, gonna lose some of the XP and the money, but he gets to stay alive, but it costs him his flash. YIKERS is gonna show up just to see Hanebado take the blue buff, gonna throw down a ward. But they are too late for the dragon, and that's going to be nice Hextech start for them. Interesting to see what the dragon will actually be. If you're the red side, you would obviously like to have it be a Hextech dragon, but not likely. So the next best dragon for them would be Ocean Soul, just because of the sustain that they're going to have. Would be pretty helpful, especially with Lulu. For blue side, I mean, you're fine with just about any Drake. Mountain is also really good for you, especially given the fact that you have a Shen and you have a Swain. So drain tanking on Swain going to feel that much better. No early successful ganks. I think there's a little bit of nerves if you're on either of these teams just trying to have a first successful showing in the tryout, so I think it's understandable.
Yeah, who do you have MVP right now?
No MVP. Well, I never say an MVP until the match is done. And
my highest expectations are for Volibear.
Yeah, me too, man. That AP build is going to be interesting.
That's only considering the matchup.
2-2 in the bot lane. Noel doesn't have access to the ultimate right now. TxAye is going down, though. Is the spike going to come out? SoSaucy is here just to join him. Not going to be able to get on top of TxAye, though. That's going to be the flash. It's a 1-for-1 in the end. He's going to come down to buy him a little bit of shielding and safety. Going to come underneath the turret. Does he have enough? He's not going to be enough to get it. And it is just going to be a 1-4-2 in the end. Blue side winning out on that one. It will walk out. Decent trade. And a gank that red side started goes back against them.
Wukong dodging that, like the Matrix, dude. Were you allowed to swear?
On this one because we're not streaming. But this is also will also be a VOD for these teams to go review. So
yeah, it'll be recorded.
yeah.
Okay.
I like that roam up from the Lux. I think it's a good answer to just kind of mitigate some of the pressure, but I also think that that's kind of concerning.
Some of it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of concerning if you're the red team there when you had the activity on the gank. Didn't have necessarily vision of where Saucy was at, so thought that it was just going to be a 2v1, but then ended up not being that. And the fact that the Kayn ganked like that in that melee lane and then wasn't able to get it, you know, really the kill I think is going to be concerning for Hanebado. Obviously, it's going to just delay the time that he's going to be able to come online with the form. So. Is TxAye going to drop the Spirit Refuge? Going to land the taunt and walk on out of there. It's a fun little interaction. Well, Hanebado wants this. They're waiting over the wings. There is a control ward. He's not necessarily going to be seen right now, but Lulu is about a mile away. So this is just going to be a pure 2v2. Zoodiac getting dropped low. This is going to be the ultimate coming out. And this should just be the lane push there. Project going to have to walk the long way around.
Is out of position.
Yeah, that is not where you want to be standing. Saucy, meanwhile, going to answer this top lane. He's going to get spotted on the ward, so no one should be fine. Has access to the ultimate, can't turn off the turret. But this is a really greedy stay. Yes, you do have access to the ultimate, but it could be kind of rough for you to try and get in there. The shield is going to come down. He's just going to continue to walk. It's going to be the ultimate commit there. Out from noeN. What does he want to do? He wants to try and trumps forward, jumps. Gets the stun, but now just jumps to his death. And yeah, that's just a bad trade there. Wasn't respectful. Zoodiac going to be forced to flash. And now it's the recommit down on top of the bot lane. Lux ultimate is going to come out. Final spark. Melancholy inside of the Kayn right now is going to be stand united, committed from the Shen. Hanebado not able to lock down that Karma now. It's just the Volt run away. But there are 4 members from the red team here, so it should just mean Melancholy is going to drop. One-for-one trade in the end, so smart timing.
Very, very unfortunate for Team 2, at least topside.
Yeah, noeN, I think that was super disrespectful, and the fact that he still had all of his sums too, like he had the ability to walk away from that, just knew he was there. I think just kind of a misjudge of his strength. Yeah, I think just kind of an overestimation of how strong he actually was. Zoodiac gonna pick up some plate gold. It's gonna feel pretty nice. The Vision of Empires.
He's actually role playing as. Oh, sorry.
No good. I was just gonna say
Vision role playing as Trick 2G.
It's only 1 plate apiece right now, and there's only 2 minutes left on plate, so we'll see if anybody can actually pick up any more of that passive gold.
Once he finishes his Nashor's Tooth, he'll be a lot stronger because he's only getting that first component for Red Hill. Oh, that's unfortunate.
The biggest gold difference right now is that difference between both the Kayn and the Wukong. Divine Thunder already completed for SoSaucy, so he's going to be really, really happy with that, and that just means that this Wukong is going to be even more of a threat. So this should just mean that the next Dragon's going to go their way. They have the tempo. Swain's already farming the bot lane. They have mid occupied by the bot laner, so that should just mean they'll be able to rotate. Ping's coming down. Volley's not in a position where he would be able to teleport easily unless he goes down the brush, which he's doing now, but no wards to TPT too. So this should just be the Dragon. Red side, do they fancy a fight here? No, they're just going to be in time to see it go down and decide, hey, we don't want to stay here. It's going to be the root. It's going to be the E. YIKERS going to lose some health, but pick up 30 gold. I thought for a brief unconscionable moment that Saucy was going to try and steal that blue buff. I'm like, there are 3 people there. That is not the call.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Kayn builds Scoredrinker right now. I thought it was like you do Eclipse or something, even if you're Red King.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised for the Gourd Drinker commit there. The only thing that I can think is he's just going to try and out-heal both. Just going to try and out-heal YIKERS whenever he's in the team fights. Because if you're thinking about how the long sustained team fights are going to go for blue side, it's super reliant on Kayn. Is Saucy getting invaded right now?
Yeah. Although the CS might which he does.
Yeah. Has access to this Hero. noeN may be caught right now. It's going to be ultimate commit. They're going to try and blop the blast cone over, but he's not going to be able to get over the wall. That's ultimate committed, and yeah, neoN's just going to drop right there. Hanebado trying to get over the wall. Final spark going to duck. Some of the health bars low, but Kayn is inside of YIKERS, and he wants to try and finish this off. Now it's going to be the Lulu ultimate committed there. Aphelios going to get his shut down. Polymorph down on top of Melancholy, and that's going to be a double kill for Zoodiac. Hanebado going to pick up another one in the end. Ranchstylebean's going to fall, and off of a kind of an iffy invade off of noeN ends up leading to a couple kills and plenty of gold.
Volibear's master bait.
Yeah, that definitely was a
TxAye just eating turret shots.
Pretty good bait.
Yep. A good rotation there from the side of red side too, identifying that neoN actually had the inside track, was able to steal away the red buff, ends up paying for his life with it, but I mean they walk away with the buff.
They ended up hitting the bomb plant on him while he was mid-R. He's like immune to being sent around.
Yes. So it's actually good timing on to hit that blast cone too, because now he couldn't get over the wall when he landed. So good to use it when he's actually in his ultimate, knowing that like his movement abilities are not going to apply to him. The thing I want to see right now is, so tempo-wise, blue side kind of needs to start to pick it up a little bit because they are going to get outscaled. Zoodiac having access to 3 of those kills, already has Kraken Slayer, so it means he's going to do quite a bit of damage even now, and obviously like his scaling has come online a little bit. Very minor CS lead, but it's still going to feel pretty good. The Herald being left this long, I think, is also kind of tragic for blue side because that's a lot of gold that they just got denied. So Saucy is here, smites the big wolf, so he will manage to get that gold right now. He's going to get spotted. Zoodiac just trying to clear the wave underneath the turret. And again, relatively slow pacing in this game, even despite the kills. Only about 6 right now, and again, Zoodiac continues to scale though, but those Qs hurt, and he's just going to drop to below half. Healing coming out from the Lulu, shielding as well. Saucy waiting in the wings if they manage to step up. Kayn is here though, so it's going to be spotted on the control ward. Decide not to take the fight, but just going to continue to hover. They're going to clear this out. Is Mute going to get caught up in the mid lane and land the Lux W and walk out.
Yeah, he probably just needs to ult the wave as units stuff and back.
Oh, the electric stack. Gone on top of Texas. Now, neoN has access to ultimate, so TxAye actually can't stay here. Does have the flash, so he should be able to get out. Flash out from Ranch. Not able to get away with us right now, though. Ticking on the Ignite. Ranch continuing to try and survive for now. Saucy getting in the middle of 3. Zoodiac is going to have the ultimate down on top of him, but that is all of the Wukong's abilities used, and now it's going to be up to them to try and survive the Swain. Polymorph coming out. YIKERS going to land the E. It's going to be 1, and this should just be the second going down. Hanebado going to jump to a Ranch, and Project will also. So that's 3 kills in the bot lane. After an overextension, they tried to take the fight, but they got punished.
Really good roam from Swain.
A lot of the team fights seem to be decided by someone going in too early.
Yeah,
no vision.
Mute gonna be forced to blow the flash and the barrier there. Man's final flash trying to clear out the way, but that's gonna be just a retaliatory thing, saying, "Ah, you got my health low. I gotta do something to make myself look still relevant." So ults the wave, as you do when you're Lux.
Just for the caster minions, I don't think she was able to one-shot the melees.
Yep. That will change though as Lux starts to get second, third item. That those Lux ults will start to hurt quite a bit more. And they'll be...
Her spike is a little delayed because she went tier.
Yep. But that means that she'll be able to continue to spam out abilities. And the worst thing is, too, is as the game goes later, that Lux ultimate starts to have a really, really short cooldown. And so every 30 seconds you're getting lasered and someone's health is dropping below half. And they don't have a lot of healing here on the side of the blue team. So the more of those lasers they tank, the harder it gets. They're super reliant on YIKERS being the front line and TxAye answering with Stand United. He doesn't have access to that ultimate right now for this team fight, but does have access to the teleport. So, yeah, but that's not going to be as good as Stand United.
Ideally, he gets that turret and then TPs.
Yep. He may not be able to get that turn in time, though. He either needs to TP now. He's not going to be able to. He is going to commit the TP now. It's going to be neoN into the backline. YIKERS going to be the first to drop right now. His final spark is enough. What else can they do, though? Saucy trying to buy time in the backline. Zoodiac kiting, hitting, making sure that TxAye can't really do anything. Hanebado's going to claim the dragon, and now they're going to claim the team fight. Saucy just going to jump over the wall. They just want to live. They just want to get out with their lives. Melancholy on one hit right now. Then Hanebado is hunting. He's going to get on top of Ranch. They have no CC to get away from this Kayn. It's going to be the W, and now Hanebado should be able to get Saucy with it as well. He's is hunting. He's past the ghost, and now this will be the smite commit. Double kill for Hanebado. Huge fight for the red side team. They get the dragon, they get the gold, and now they're going to get the priority in the map. Huge fight for the red side to win that. So they get the dragon, so they have the dragon stacking, and they're gonna get the second herald. They're gonna knock down mid lane turret, and Zoodiac 4-1 and 4. That's a lot of gold in that Aphelios' pocket. But the big winner there, Hanebado, 4-2 and 4. He's gonna be feeling really happy with that. He's even gonna get plate gold. Hey, look at that. He's gonna get tower gold.
Yeah, they're gonna need to look into getting, or at least Team 1 needs to get some heal reduction pretty soon.
The worst part of that, too, was TxAye didn't even get the turret, and I think that he left the teleport super late there to try and get into that fight. Yeah. Zoodiac going to walk out right now, not committing the ultimate, just going to keep trying to damaging TxAye. Should be able to get out of this unless YIKERS decides that he wants to full-on commit for this Aphelios right here. He's going to jump in. Vision of Empire's not coming out, though. Do they choose to dive this? There's no mini-wave right now.
That was a late W.
Yeah, he's just going to continue to get out of there. Ezreal going to miss as well, so Zoodiac getting all kind of abilities just for existing. Watch Project steal this. The client is going to pause to allow for that, I think. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, it's not just me. Okay, cool.
Let's see what's going on here. There it goes. Okay, just wanted to make sure that it was still working. That's going to be the smite commit there. Whoops. Xylee. Project's going to be forced to die for his mistake. Hanebado also want to go on the ultimate. I thought he was dead there just for a second, but they're trying to keep him grouped up. If he can get over the wall, might be able to survive. W. The sustain is quite a bit, but not enough to sustain through 4 members, and now this is going to be the Baron commit here for the side.
Definitely get Baron.
Yeah, they're going to get Baron. They are kind of low, though, so it's not going to be super healthy. Mute might kill everybody. This is now actually the wrong call, as the Tick is going to get the Wukong. Now they're going to be forced to run. Shen waiting in the wings. Zoodiac, again, not willing to let this go. Manages to land the E, but will walk away in the end.
Yeah, Wukong sitting behind the Baron where it does the most damage. Probably not
Mute. Landing stun. W. Ranch is going to pick up the control ward. Yeah, that ends up being a 1-for-1 of the end, so not terrible for the red side. Yeah, you know, the jungler, or no, it's actually a 1-for-2 because the jungler and the support died there, but you do get Saucy, so that denies any kind of Baron take. Next drag in 2 minutes. The red side, they have plenty of options here. Obviously, they're going to be feeling pretty strong. Lord Dominic's Regard finished there for the side of Zoodiac, so he's going to be feeling pretty good to start shredding through the armor of both the Wukong and the Shen, so we'll have increased damage on those frontliners there. They pop the Herald. This should just be mid lane turret going down. They have 3 here, 2 members across the side of the map, so not going to be able to answer this right now. So it should just be the full shove in there. neoN making sure that TxAye stays honest in that top lane. Can't really go anywhere. Going to land the E and the stun. A lot of damage. Drops below half, chunking out the Shen. The red side just daring blue side to come and try and fight them. neoN able to kind of occupy the attention of 2 members there. Really difficult for them to deal with him. This should just be the continued mid push here for the side of red. We continue to steal away camps where they can. Continue to apply pressure. Just want to make sure that they maintain their vision around this dragon when it does come, and that way they have options. They can either go to Baron or they can go to drag. Blue side going to be forced to answer that because they would be on drag point if they didn't. And I think they're going to want to stop the stacking here, but the question is how they get in these fights. Again, because you're so reliant on Wukong and on Swain landing their little bits of CC in order to get this fight kicked off. They don't necessarily have a reliable go button. They don't have something quite like the Volibear ultimate or the Lux light binding. Resets coming out now, 50 seconds till drag. That's pretty good timing there from the members of the red side team. Just making sure that they go back, be able to spend all their gold, come back out just a little bit stronger, and then be in a good position to contest this next dragon. I think for the blue team, I think what you want to do is you want to try and delay any type of a neutral objective start and try and look for picks where you can. You want to try and commit to maybe knock down neoN. It's a lot of their front line, so if you can knock that Volibear down, it's a lot of safety that's gone out of that comp. Yes, you still have to deal with Kayn, but it becomes a lot easier. The other thing is, too, is they don't necessarily have a way to keep noeN from getting on their backline because that Wukong, or sorry, that Volibear can just flash an ultimate on top of the Ezreal and on top of the Karma. And then that makes the Swain's job a lot harder because then he doesn't have any backup damage for the drain tanking that he's doing. The red side at first...
Their team comp's a lot harder to pull off with a lot of people you probably haven't played with before compared to the other team.
Now,
I'd
red
like
side...
to mention Wukong's a very physical counter bruiser.
neoN?
So this volley build really counters him since he can't...
neoN getting on top of YIKERS. That's going to force out the stand united. That's a tool that they now don't have, but that's going to be the volley ultimate traded for a little bit of pressure there. Mute's going to knock down Melancholy. What else do they want to get? Saucy going to get Polymorph. He's going to try and find his way back on top of Zoodiac. Flash forward, but it's only the second half of the ultimate, and that's not nearly as dead. Your YIKERS now just trying to get out. It's going to be the ultimate committed from Ezreal. Yeah, now they're just going to get this. That's too many ultimates blown on the side of the blue team, so now they have really no way to contest for this. They're just going to hop over the wall. They're going to start this dragon up, and this should just be the objective going over there. So now they're going to put them on Dragon Soul, though. Ranch, though, not willing to let this go. Trying to land damage over the wall. A couple members still here. Teleport now going to come back out from Shen. They've got the objective, though, so it's the ultimate... Sorry, the... Summoner committed for nothing. Hanebado gonna get rooted up, gonna try and get in there. Doesn't want to let this go. TxAye still pretty tanky. Ranch trying to find his way out of here. Hanebado goes into the ultimate, but he dies before he can even get it.
A little sussy.
That's rough.
I'm not sure what he was doing there, though. They already got what they needed.
Yeah, a little bit weird that they decided to go ahead and try and take that fight after they got in the dragon.
Oh, they get Baron off of that, actually. Yeah, that was just... Oh, wait.
Yeah, they should be able to two-man that Baron. Yeah, they don't... Actually, the blue side has no idea this is happening. Yeah, that's the power of the Aphelios right now. He has red and blue, so that just means he gets to take dragon for free. Or sorry, Baron for free. Oh, that Baron heal, lol. We've seen an awkward moment or two with a certain LCS jungler that was victim to the Baron heal. Oh man. Yeah, so pretty good trade there for the side of the red team. I mean, yeah, it's super sus that Hanebado just kind of ran in there and died randomly to the whole team.
It worked
and
out in the end.
Didn't necessarily go according to plan. But you're right. I mean, it did work out in the end. They have 3 dragons, so now they're on drag point. neoN could have just completed that recall, I think. Would have been in time. Now he's going to be subject to a gank. He has little to no mana. No mana now, actually, so he's just going to try and continue to waste time. Austin's going to be here with it. Yes, they will get him in the end, but... Again, end up committing a little bit to do so. They committed the Swain ultimate there. Actually, that's about it, though. They only committed the 1 ulti, so I guess it's fine. But the return thing that they're going to give up is they're going to give up pressure in the mid lane, so the siege will continue there. And Mute going to continue to try and shove those bot waves. The only thing, I think, to point out, the only thing that's I think different between a lot of these two teams, both these two teams right now, is kind of the farming differential. And even despite some of the mispositions, neoN is still really well farmed. He's really about the only one that's on track to have the right amount of farm at about 26 minutes. He is still technically behind
by
like
3 or 4 kills worth of farm on his opponent.
Yeah. So that minion gold obviously feeling pretty good, and the experience as well. So we'll have the level 16. So no, he is level 15. Never. I thought he had the level advantage over Texas, but he did not. Again, the continued bot side
Probably would have if he didn't die the past couple times.
It's difficult. I mean, obviously, one of the things that red team wants to do is they want to continue to have that side lane pressure with Volley, and out of all the champions that you have that can do that, Volley is technically the safest outside of Kayn. And Kayn's not a split push that right now, is just going to deny the remainder of the Krugs, but he got the big one, so that's all he cares about. He got the big rock. He's like, do you smell what the rock is cooking? And neoN's like, yeah. Yeah, the last of the Krugs. Give me those. Those aren't yours. Right. So, no objective to play for right now on the map. It's going to be about 1 minute and 55 seconds to the next dragon. Blue side is going to be forced to fight it, or they're just kind of going to get choked out of this game. Infernal Soul is a hell of a dragon to have when you have a Lux and when you have an Aphelios that's just going to continue to hurt. And yeah, there's that range that we talked about. It's going to be the Moonlight Visual committed. Final Spark also not going to land on anybody. Ranch going to be chunked to just above half, but the Baron still active for the next about 25 seconds. Is that buff will be expiring here soon, but the good news is the timing. That will only leave about 1 minute and just over a minute for the objective to be taken, so that will give the red side plenty of time to set up. Zoodiac right now, and still showing the relative strength of the Aphelios, and actually Mute quietly having a good game. 4-0-6 Deathless on the Lux. Of course, that's a caster curse incoming, so sorry Mute, when you go back and watch this VOD, this means that you are imminent to die. If I had to place a bet and be a gambling man, I'd have to say it's probably gonna be Saucy or Ranch that kills you. That's my prediction here in the next about minute when you go to take drag. I could be wrong though, but I have a feeling I've just cast a curse to you, so we'll see how long you get to stay alive.
I believe in luck. Okay. Looks has been
whenever
spicy most of the game.
if they get that Infernal Soul, they're gonna be really strong. It's gonna be very hard for them to come back, like absent of an Elder Steal.
Yep. It's actually even gonna be nearly impossible for YIKERS to sustain through the damage, like even through Hanebado, which they've been trying to focus.
Exactly.
As Hanebado did not get spotted on that sweeper. Is gonna get spotted now, so they know he's here.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
there
Fun
you go.
fact, for all ladies and gentlemen that happen to watch this stream, did you know that if a Mumu stays in a brush, he looks like a control word when you spot him on a sweeper, and so long as he doesn't move, or you don't go into the brush, he looks like the control word. Yeah. Yeah, we learned that while we were watching the LCK broadcast. All right, red team going to be first into the river, so they will have priority here. They have most of the vision control. There is one control ward in that dragon pit. YIKERS being forced out of this right
They don't even need
now.
to force it. They could just wait.
Yep.
Let the wave push. Oh, actually, they did push out top.
I would say right now between the two team comps, the blue side is much more dependent on the Swain than the red side is of the Volibear. Volibear's got the wraparound right now. This is pretty bad positioning. If they turn and commit to the team fight right now, this would be pretty awkward positioning. It's going to be Final Spark committed. And it's going to be the dragon stolen by the blue team. Now what else can they get? Can they get the fight? Saucy's going to be the first to drop. neoN drawing attention in the side. YIKERS continuing to heal up. They need to get out of the way of that Kayn ultimate or he won't infinitely sustain. Now it's going to be the ultimate committed by the Volibear. Stunned up on top of YIKERS. What else can he do? Continuing to try and survive. TxAye just wants to lock down the Lulu, but can he even do that? No. It's going to be Ezreal committed. Yes, Kayn drops in the end, but they have lost so much for it. YIKERS, the ultimate going to expire now. Low health punch for the side of the red team, though. They just want to get out of here. Ezreal wants to chase this Ranch. Not willing to let it go. Vision of Empire's not going to tag on anybody. It's going to be the Final Spark committed there. Maybe slow on noeN, waiting over the wing. This is going to be the flash commit there on top of YIKERS. He has no sustain. He's going to drop as well. Mute just trying to fill up the damage that they're going to need to knock down the remaining members, but Ranch is here. He wants to do it. He's full health. Mute, no way to get out of this. Running low on mana, even despite the tier. He's going to bop the stopwatch, but will it just be to watch his death? Yeah, that's just going to go straight into their project. Just going to watch. Oh, in that project, they left him to die. Yeah, Ezreal's going to hunt down this Lulu. It's Alcove Gaming.
Man, that's pretty.
Can he
mean.
survive?
You told her she was gonna die to Ranchstylebean.
Yep, I said that. I said that she would. So, Mute. I apologize. I cast or cursed you, but I did call it. Big winner in that fight. It's going to be Ranch. Just after picking up all those low health kills, he's going to feel pretty good. This could be gold going back in his pocket, and they walk away with the dragon, so they buy themselves a little bit of a lease on life. That means that they will continue to sustain through that. So I'm going to be feeling pretty good that they managed to steal away the dragon. Yep. I think kind of one of the point that you made earlier, though, losing the mid lane prio meant that YIKERS was able to kind of get the prio on the roam. Yes, you know, noeN did have the angle for the kind of the flank, but they weren't really able to commit to it. And the other thing is, too, is the entirety of the red side team spent so long in YIKERS ultimate that he was just sitting there drain tanking for the majority of that fight, really only dropped off at the end and just got caught by noeN at the end. So, again, still good job by them to kind of draw out that team fight and allow their Swain to kind of absorb a lot of that damage and heal through it. Did very much look like that fight was going towards the red side, though. Hanebado continuing to eat damage.
Overstayed. I think if neoN didn't go in, it'd probably be a positive for them.
Yeah, I agree.
They were too low to follow up on the last hit.
Yeah, I agree. I think Hanebado's also not quite having the effect on this game that we thought he would. 4, 5, and 8 has the Death Thief, has the Gore Drinker. So just not quite having the sustain that he needs to win a lot of those team fights. noeN continuing to push into spot lane. Going to land the E. Going to continue to land the damage into TxAye. Going to continue to shove these waves in. Do they want to send somebody to respond to him? And noeN's just going to be a continued threat in this side lane. We'll continue to shred this. Shen is going to land a crash down. It's going to be a lot of damage committed on the ultimate right there. Tower going to be momentarily turned off.
He is dancing around that tower aggro.
Yep. Can't continue to stay here for too long because now the remaining blue side members are going to continue to walk their way down. They're being followed, being hunted by the red side team, but noeN needs to walk his way out of here. He's going to be down. This is going to be Shirelia's committed there. And will this just be a trade?
They're trading Baron for Volibear.
Actually, they're not even going to get the Volibear because Volibear's walked out, and now they're at the wrong side of the map. Yeah, great call by the red team. They're going to clear out this vision. They now have the Vision of Empires. The Ezreal ulti committed to try and knock the health down, but they're going to commit to this. It's going to be Smite. Or not Smite.
That is very unfortunate. And now he gets to push bot again for free. They have to rotate.
Now, if they can get this Baron and get out clean, this would be a huge deal for them. It's not committed yet. Final flash is going to be the ult committed now, so great timing on the damage. But now they have to run away because otherwise if they don't, they're just going to drop. It's 2 members already dead for the side of the blue team. That Baron call, super suspect, but at least they'll get another kill on the opposite side. Mute again, going to draw die to Ranch though, and now going to continue to try and survive noeN. Going to continue to push there, and this should just be the commit here to try and end.
Oh, dude, oh, they end.
Oh, Anthony was casting.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Anthony is casting.
Still casting. Shh.
Yeah,
Can I go get a drink now?
Yeah, go get your drink, Nathan.
Okay.
So noeN's going to be back just in time to try and stall out the remainder of this Baron. So we'll be able to power the minions just for a little while. Get Ranch, and then look, I'm going to continue to try and siege on this turret. Want to knock it down. They don't have the Baron-powered minions to do it, but they do quite a bit of damage. Ranch, obviously, with that build, means that he'll do pretty decent damage to structures. Next drag coming up in about 40 seconds, so this should be the full commit there for the side of the red side team. If they can get that buff, it would be huge. Infernal Soul going to do a lot to help Zoodiac's damage and help Mute's damage. Again, that final flash from the Lux, it does a lot of damage on some of these squishier members. But this fight going to be super reliant on noeN to continue to take damage, on Hanebado to get on the back line. That's something we haven't seen the entirety of this game. It's just so difficult for noeN to survive. All the damage is being thrown out. noeN trying to continue to shove out this wave. Hanebado wants to continue to try and find a way to be a threat on this game. And it's going to be river priority here. They're going to get the scuttle, so they'll have that vision. noeN on the wrong side of the map right now. Wants to continue to try and be the side lane threat. Wants to force somebody to answer him. Now, the Ezreal is not the one that he wants to answer because Ezreal's going to continue to poke him down. And they may have just separated too far. He's going to have to try and find a way to wrap around there. Has no teleport. Does have access to the Flash Ultimate available. But again, priority going over to the blue team. They have forced their way into this. They could win the whole game off this fight if they manage to knock these members low. YIKERS going to stun up Hanebado. Dragon down to 5. It's going to be a commit here. YIKERS continue to try and zone multiple members here, and that's going to work. Final flash not going to take it. Blue team's going to walk away with the Dragon, and now they want to try and look at the fight. It's going to be the Shirelius pump just for the movement speed. Zoodiac on the wrong side of the rift, on the wrong side of this trade now. He's got to run for dear life. Vision of Empire's going to buy a little bit of space. Flash out. He's got the movement speed. Lulu going to continue to try and get him up. Now Saucy, can he manage to get on top of this Aphelios? He is dropping. Manages to get the Swain to the end, gets another double kill though, and now that's the wrong way. They may have gotten the Dragon, but they're going to lose the fight, and now noeN committing on top of this. It's going to be Melancholy dropping to the Volibear. Final flash committed there from Lux, and now this should just be the end for the red team. As Inhibitor's going to drop. They don't have access to the Baron anymore, but they don't need it. They have 4 members, the only Ranch available to watch the Ezreal on this blue side team. It's him against the world. He's got an angry bear and a bunch of angry people, and he's going to get got by the bear. And blue side going to win. Sorry, red side going to win the first game.